You looking for me, you can find me at the barbershop. Pulling up to get a cut, bumping through the parking lot. I keep it clean, Rico's where I'm running to. If you in the city, then you probably gonna be coming to. Gang getting down, Red's getting down, Nick getting down, Ron getting down. Just to name a few, everybody blade on point. You trying to get fresh, I'm telling you this the joint. Hands down, top shop up in this vicinity. Promises age 9, LaRon been getting me. Temper on the side, I'm trying to grow out the way.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the K.O.S. Knowledge of Self Barber podcast. Today, I got a friend of mine, really good friend of mine, musical artist. He's been around Miami scene for a minute now. Legendary MC, legendary songwriter, legendary guy. Itawe from Locos por Juana.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Ita?
Aquí, super happy, man. Super excited. Nervous. I was just telling you, okay, it doesn't matter how many years I got doing this, I always get nervous. The cameras and the lights, it doesn't go well.
Flashing lights. Even though you're an artist.
Even though I'm an artist, yeah. Entonces, I suffer from anxiety. So it's like a crazy thing going together with that. But it's all in your mind,
Anxiety, you suffer from that for real?
Yeah, I suffer. Yeah.
Okay, so like I say, the podcast is knowledge of self.
Yeah.
So we kind of talk about our life and we identify with subjects like self-awareness, self-concept, self-knowledge.
Of course.
And we do so we maybe the viewer, the kids or anybody could see what we're talking about or hear what we're talking about. And then they'll be able to adjust a decision-making in their life. So pretty much what we're going to talk about is all like the collection of wisdom on the science of everything in life.
Okay.
That's the only way that I understand it.
Yeah.
Or know how to explain it to somebody like, yo, this is a process.
Yeah.
Like you said, I have anxiety.
Exactly.
Like let's start there. When did you feel that anxiety and you were like, yo, something?
Man, like since I can remember, the first thing that I remember of my anxiety is my sweaty.
Ita's Colombian too, so we're gonna do the Spanish thing because that's how we roll in Colombia and that's how we roll in Miami. So
sudando las manos, that's the first time that like I felt the anxiety will, and it's all in your mind, because at the same time sometimes I can control it, sometimes I can't. Right now it's just crazy, but something in my mind in the back is like, hey, I'm here. This is Gene. We're here. We're in a place.
But you're kind of like,
but I'm like, wow,
that's crazy.
And also on the way here, I had a little incident.
Oh yeah, the Miami. It's what is it? Spring break right now.
Yeah,
and they're being amazing and stopping everybody.
So, but it's good. I'm fighting. I'm on my journey of fighting and finding comfort into that whole perspective, especially with the cameras and the whole thing,
And that started at what age? How old were you?
Little, bro. I don't remember, but like probably I was like 8 years old, 6 years old.
And you started feeling it. And this was
bad.
in Medellin.
Medellin, yeah. And I didn't know why, bro. And so still finding out why, It's just something that gets to me. And
so you think when you started doing music, because la música
will control that. La música will heal that. Like, la música will take away that.
You know what I started finding out the other day? I started reading up on it. The vibration.
Yeah.
So, like the whole, people listen to reggae vibration. It's a real thing.
Yeah, like, for example, if I go and breathe, it helps me a lot.
I know. I was at the Lupe concert and my girl, she was surrounded by tall people in the front.
And she got.
Yeah. And I told her, just breathe. Concentrate on breathing. And she's like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, that's how I feel right now. It's so crazy. But
no, I appreciate it.
It's a challenge. Many other times, I don't do interviews because of that shit.
Nah, but
because I'm like, oh,
how long I known you already? What?
20, but you're my boy. You're my brother.
21 years.
Yeah, a lot of years.
This is a lot of blackout nights, a lot of Locos por Juana parties.
A lot of rumbas.
Que rumbas, bro. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
We had a blast.
We had a good time.
I remember first times I saw Locos, I was like, what? It's amazing.
We had a good time.
You guys had a good vibe, good presence. And it's funny that you say you have anxiety because you still went out there and perform.
Bro, I have this and it's crazy because I don't want to treat it with medicine because I don't believe in that. I'm more on the side of natural
Herbals
healing.
and natural healing, and you move
Yeah,
yourself away from the
yeah,
tents,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So I'm trying to do that right now as we speak.
You know what movie I saw the other day? What's that movie? The Into the Wild. A la
Yeah,
visto.
yeah, into
You
the
seen that
wild.
one? The one that he ends up like passing away on the in the bus at the end of the movie
And then
that he dies.
yeah,
Well, that guy, I believe he had maybe something like that. Like I just want to get away from everything and everyone.
yeah, yeah. It's
But
something that you can't control it. It comes around. You just gotta pray it and find comfort and a good energy, and things will happen.
that happens to me when I'm in a tall building.
You see?
I get to the edge and algo pasa. I'm just like, oh, I start feeling like, oh, I gotta go away. And it's only really, really tall, like 10, 11. No, but when you get to the 30s, 40s, that's when I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
No, no, it's insane. It's insane.
And I don't know where that feeling comes from, but it's uncontrollable. So I understand.
Yes, it's something that you cannot control it. But I think you could find a solution towards that.
How did you do it? Okay, you're 6 years old, 7 years old.
Hey, I think music, playing sports too, got me into that, like getting away from those thinking, and just being present too.
You understand it.
Yes,
And
and
you
that's
didn't
part of
feel
being present. I understand that this is what I had to deal with.
self-awareness.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we talk about in the podcast.
Yeah.
Self-awareness.
Mhm.
I've had it when I was like, yo, these are things that, that's me. And there's people out there that can't identify with that. So that's
No,
why.
it's crazy. Yeah.
So that's why I always tell people like, yo, man, really understand yourself, know who you are. Sometimes you got to take it far to a place that you're in the unknown, and you come back. And when you come back, you have answers.
You got answers. Yeah.
So you 10 years old, let's start going to the teenage years. So your teenage years, you still had the anxiety,
The anxiety.
but you already found music or no?
Yeah, music. I found it more. I'm sorry. I found it more like it coming to United States. Because music was always present in my life because of my dad. My dad played music all his life. So my dad brought us
Shout
here.
out to Papa.
El Cucho. Shout out to him. Yeah, he brought us here. So
And he was a musician.
he was a musician.
And he
yeah,
brought you from Colombia,
from
to Medellin.
Colombia, from Medellin.
Because he was playing in a band or he was just coming here to find work or what?
No, he was playing. He was traveling with music. So he found the opportunity to brought us here.
That's
And he stayed.
How old were you at that time?
I was 10 years old.
10. Yeah, I came here at 6.
Yeah, really young.
To me, it was crazy. Culture shock.
That's crazy.
I remember I was like, whoa, what is this? And everybody talking some weird language. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
because with the language is the part that you like.
But yo me enamoré, what?
Well, when we like that,
I learned English, no lie, like in a month or two.
claro.
And it was from watching cartoons and just hearing the kids talk.
The kids talk, yeah.
And then, of course, 6 years old, you're like kindergarten-ish, first grade. They're teaching you how to spell, how to speak. So I picked up on it quick.
Yeah. Yeah, we like a sponge. And that has to do with that picking up a lot of things right away. And
Damn, and
that's
then
how
you
we
had the
learn.
anxiety, and then you had to come to a new school, new language.
no, all these things in top of me. Man, you want to run away.
I know how you felt.
Run away, yeah.
Funny story. First grade, I was absent for like 3-4 days, man, almost a week. But I was in school because they were calling me Jean, but my name is Jean Paul, so Jean Paul.
Mm-hmm.
They call Jean, and I'm like, I'm not Jean. So they call my house and they say, yo, is your son coming to school? My mom was like, ¿Por qué no ha ido a la escuela? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm doing my homework. Like, I'm like writing the ABCs, looking at her like, yo, what are you talking about? And then that's how I got Jean.
Oh, shit.
So then La Familia called me Jean Paul, and then in school it was Jean.
Gene. That's crazy.
Which came in handy at times when they're like, what's your name? I'll be like,
Jean.
Jean Paul. Okay, or Paul. Jean. And I got away with a lot of things sometimes. It was cool.
That's cool, man.
So you were elementary school. Dad brought you here music.
Music, yeah.
You were getting the hang of it. when do you think you started really, like, knowledge of self? Like, you started really identifying with who you are as a person?
Man, when I started discovering things that I could do, musically wise, artistically wise, I started discovering that I could do these things, and I found refuge in those things.
Your dad was helping you through this
No, I was
by yourself.
by myself. Yeah,
And what is the first thing you started learning? How to write, how to
how to
sing?
write, how to sing,
Solo.
solo.
No le dijo nada al papá.
Nah.
You didn't say nothing to your dad. You just said, I'm
No, I'm just gonna do this, and it was just like that, bro, like crazy.
But what, you were singing or you were rapping?
I was
Or
we were
both?
putting together a band together.
What was the name of the band? You remember?
I remember the back in the days. No, it was when we put locals together.
So it was even then?
No, in that time there was no band. It's when we started doing music here in Miami.
Together. Who were the first people that were in the band?
Bro, the first people was Carlos and Guillermo. And
You remember that first rhyme that you wrote back then?
bro, I don't remember
Where you
it.
sang.
I don't remember.
I think that shit is awesome, man, because those are the times that, from what I see from my artistic friends, that they got with like a cool group and they created like this like synergy, and then that like opened up to be. That's what Miami's missing, man. Miami
Yeah.
has so many artists, and they're all like doing their own little thing, which is cool. I salute you. That's dope.
Pero no hay una community. There's not.
But there's
together.
not really a community, and I don't think that it's our fault. I think it's
No,
just
it's not
something
our
that the
fault.
Miami, the city, was always
Yeah.
separated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. It could be that. It could be that. That it's two different Miamis.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do like some alliance thing or something. We just make it pop off.
Yeah.
So you met up with the locals, the first band.
First band.
You guys are not even a band yet.
No, we're not a band. We like kids from high school trying to do shit.
And this what high
We
school you go
named
to?
the band Arepa the first week. The band was
Arepa,
Arepa,
Arepa.
Arepa for 1 week.
Arepa is a corn cake, right? That's how
Yeah,
we call
corn
it.
cake.
Corn cake, and it's amazing when it's done right.
And it's done right, yeah.
If it's not done right, and I don't like it. So you went to Sunset, right?
I went to Sunset, graduated from Sunset. Shout out to Sunset Senior.
Again, a Kendall. Everybody's from Kendall.
Kendall. Kendall is that's where we
Artistic.
grew up, yeah.
I think it was just because you were far, far away from everything that was going on the beach, bro.
Yeah.
La playa was crazy.
La playa was insane.
It was nuts, bro. If you're in Kendall, you kind of like, I don't want to drive. Why? Because when I started going to FIU,
Yeah.
I went to go live in that area.
You went to FIU and shit?
I went to FIU. Man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I didn't
My
like it.
girl went to FIU.
I didn't like it.
No?
Not my tribe,
She
bro.
said the same thing.
Not my tribe.
She said the same thing. That and she used to drive from Broward to FIU.
Yeah, so like you seen the movie Clueless?
Yeah, you
It's
like
like that.
You like
It's like
someone
little
else.
tribes of people,
And you none of them was your tribe.
but you instead of like Caucasians, they were Hispanic, and you're just looking around like these people are not my kind of vibe. You know, I
Yeah.
wanted to. I don't know. I wanted to be more like, I guess I thought at college would be more like a higher learning,
yeah,
everybody's
I know what you're saying.
but it's more everybody's just there to do what they gotta do and check off
Check
the
off
check
mark,
the do
check
list
mark,
and
and
give
that's
me
it.
my receipt, and now I gotta go make money.
It's true. I mean, Miami, you know,
Exactly.
Miami's
But then I
got
went
that
to the
thing.
art institute,
and then you like that.
and then I was like, okay, these are my people. People are chilling, vibing, creating, talking crazy thoughts, and you're like, damn,
which
okay.
is great. Yeah.
Which is good. Everybody's not like a robot. Nothing wrong with that. It just wasn't my tribe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it was not your thing. Yeah, totally.
So now, okay, we're in high school. You got the band together. Have you guys recorded yet or no?
We went and we had our first gig at Tobacco Road.
Oh,
Yeah, a long time.
that's the oldest bar in Brickell, right?
That's what they say. Yeah, that it was.
How old do you remember? Tobacco. Yo,
Like
shout out to
100
Tobacco Road.
like
I've been there
100 years or
minute.
something, bro.
100. Yeah, I think 2 years ago was 100 years.
Yeah, something like that. Crazy.
And that's right there in the outskirts of Brickell, man. If you guys could pass by and see it, it's a historical place. We've had several concerts there. Wow. Now I remember. Yeah, the back with the little.
Yeah.
So you had your first concert there.
My first concert there, we had the opportunity, and we got signed right away from the first concert.
Oh, I thought the last time you signed was with,
No, that was the first time we signed. We were 16 when we signed.
who'd you sign with?
It was an independent record label from Miami, MP Records.
Yeah, and they
Used
pushed
to
it.
they used to do salsa. Yeah, that's how everybody find out about us.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's how everybody kind of find out who we were. You know, it was
The
this
sound is
label. It
dope.
was this label. The same label of Oscar de Leon.
You guys gotta go listen to Locos, bro. Locos is like a reggae, cumbia, jazzy rock vibe. And then Ita has these tones with his voice that he takes you there, man. It's dope.
I grew up listening to salsa, so my tone of voice is like a
Hector Lavoe.
salsa with cumbia and reggae guy.
That's an
like a
awesome
mix.
mix, bro.
Like a
At a
mix.
party,
Yeah,
it's rad. Because you make everything like vibe. So what I mean about that is when I'm watching you perform, the band, Locos, Mark, shout out to Mark, and you guys are vibing, I'm like, damn, man. It's like it feels like the song doesn't stop.
yeah. It's a continuous party.
It's a continuous party and it's a vibe, and you pick up on the right tones. And I was like, yo, man, Locos live are fire.
Yeah, it's
It's
cool
a
vibe.
trip, man. So that was the beginning. Tobacco Roll, you got signed. What was your mindset at that time?
We didn't know, man, what was gonna happen.
You didn't care.
know,
You were 16 years old.
Imagine I go to my dad and say, "Hey, dad, I got a sign." He's like, "What? Sign what?"
Oh, you didn't even ask.
We didn't ask. We were
Talk
like,
about
they gave us
knowledge
16
itself. Like
They gave us $16,000.
the whole band or
it-
each?
Yeah, the whole band.
And this what year was
And
this? 98?
This is 99.
Oh, that's a lot of bread.
So 16 G's in 99. Imagine,
That's a lot of bread at that time.
And-
That's like the equivalent of now, like 100.
bro. We were the last bands, I would say, that experienced that major label signing with a major label deal. Like
But what you know now,
from-
that's not really
that
a
doesn't
deal.
happen.
That's-
Yeah, no, obviously that's a jail
That's
sale.
the jails. Oh, yeah.
That's a jail sale, bro.
But
That's-
it felt great, huh? When you got signed.
it's all right, you know. But then once again, I would never regret things because then you gotta. That's something that is part of your life, you know.
Not regretting that. I mean, I regret that I regret it
Exactly.
in the sense of like, damn, I have so much worries. The more spiritual I got, the more I understood that I don't have control.
You don't have.
And if you really do believe in a spiritual creator or a spiritual person, you could call it God, you call it whatever. What are you worried about?
Yeah.
He's telling you live righteous
They're righteous.
and you're good.
There's
So
no
it's
other
like,
way.
okay. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, here are some instructions. He gives you 10
Yeah.
commandments. If you follow those commandments, you're straight.
There was, the whole story of Selassie I, of the Rastas, that they follow him, Selassie I, which I'm a really spiritual guy, and I believe in many things, but
And you've
it's-
seen
it's
many
the
things. You've
spirit-
traveled
yeah,
to
it's-
different
so
places.
The spirit part is the important part. Having an important person coming to earth to guide you is a gift.
Yeah.
Especially now in this
Time.
fucking times that I'm telling you, like now, we don't have that. The leaders that we have right now, we don't have that leadership that I'm
But
gonna,
look,
I'm gonna,
but
tell, I'm
I'm-
gonna ask you something. You
Go ahead.
think you're gonna think they're gonna we're gonna have in 3,000 or 2,000 years another guy that they call Jesus from these times? That's not gonna happen because
I believe that anything that could be possible
yes,
is possible.
it's possible. Yeah,
So it is possible, but I also don't like to think in the future. I don't like to think in the past. I like
you
to think in the
got it right
present.
now.
But in the present, what I see is evolution, but also the evolution of greed.
Yes,
And greed is not a thing that it has to be physical or it has to
No.
be put upon you.
yeah,
It is something that dwells like underground.
it's something
And
totally
and then
underground.
that's starting to gather people that are greed, and it's starting to become a norm to want so much.
Yeah. It's becoming part of life. It's becoming to be
Yeah, but isn't that what
meaning.
isn't that the Babylon story.
Yeah, because that's to be the
Babalam blood clot.
Yeah, because that's the whole story of the.
So
It's
think
like a
of this.
recycle
Think
store.
of this. People maybe in those times that were not of that nation or of that movement or of that tribe would think the same way we're thinking.
Yeah.
Right now, we're like, yo, these people are out of control. But those people were settling, creating civilizations, taking it to another level
Yeah.
when it doesn't need to be taken to
No,
another level.
no. The level needs to be. Yeah, you can take it to another
I
level,
think
but maintain
mentally,
balance.
spiritually is the next level.
Yeah,
But right now, we're stuck in this third dimension.
big time.
And that's why we're drinking
agree.
juice here to better ourselves. Because Ita stopped drinking.
Yeah, I stopped drinking, man. It's 2 years already. Celebrating.
I
that.
salute you.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I'm at that point because I'm not an addictive person. But I like
Yeah.
to go to the unknown and come back.
No, I had a problem with alcohol, so that's why I left it there.
Yeah.
It's like when you were in a marriage for a long time, and let's say that she's not working out anymore.
Yeah, like I
gotta
tell my girl
divorce.
that all the time. She kind of went like, oh, let's have a drink. And I'm looking at her like,
Yeah,
a drink? Like, why?
but
Like,
you're not that person. Exactly what you just said. I don't see you.
like before.
No, I don't see you with addictive personality.
No.
I don't think you that way. I think you.
I'm just addicted to love. It's true, man. Like just
Yeah.
sharing love, like conversations with good people. What we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You just met Roger with Creative Currency. He's a cool guy. Everything. Like
Amazing
you
vibe,
surround
man.
yourself with cool people.
That's the way, bro. You want to win championships, you gotta have a good team.
Exactly.
It's a
I've
team.
dabbled in different areas with different people, and I feel vibes, and I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of fake people, and then people that are fake don't realize they're fake because they see other people as fake, so it's all like pointing fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Entonces what
No, you
I
move
see,
around.
I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna remove myself from this,
That's what I do. You know what I do?
and then I observe from far.
Yes.
So that's the self-awareness, self-concept. And that's why we're talking about your past, so we can see where exactly you picked up on that.
Because in the like what you said, like if you really wanna move on with good energy, you just have to leave these people behind, and they don't have to know that you left. You know, it's like when you're in a party.
What do they call that? The Irish exit? Or
Yes,
something?
like they don't have to know that you're leaving. You leaving. You out.
I did
And
that. the
guess
other
what?
day.
Because at the end, they don't even deserve for you to say bye, because it's something.
That's a little drastic.
No, because it's just in the sense of when I said that, it's not like, oh, I said it because in a sense of the learning experience, of the missing experience, of saying,
So
"Whoa,
not, your knowledge is of
what
your
happened-
soundness awareness.
What happened to this guy? Hey, what happened to this guy? Why he disappeared?" So there's things like, like everybody has their. I believe
Well,
that
now I'll tell you, when you disappear, we're like, oh, he did. Oh, yeah, Ita does that.
no, I
He's a
always
ninja.
I'm a ninja naturally.
I'll be talking to you. I'll turn and I'll
And then
look
with
back.
Itawe,
And I'm
Itawe.
like,
Yeah,
I'll even see the napkins flowing.
my dad says my dad says, "Mío, usted como un ninja, usted
But
aparece."
you're an artist, rock star, that is in
No,
a
but you know
place
why.
where you feel
Hey, but you know
uncomfortable.
why.
So I would know why.
You know
would
why.
want it.
Yeah,
Of
now
course,
you
anxiety.
know. Now you know why.
Bro, you're my boy. I never
Yeah.
really was like, whoa, is he mad? I'll just be like, oh, that's
he
Ita,
leaves,
yo.
yeah.
That's Ita.
Yeah.
Especially the parties that we've been a part of.
Amazing parties, by the way.
Amazing parties.
I think
Miami life, 90s and early
you see,
2000s.
we go back to the whole sense of, oh, did I regret when I had a?
You can't regret what you
Oh,
have. You
bro, it
can't.
was great fucking time. Now when I had started having issues with my own self.
You were having health issues or
No,
more anxiety?
no, it was more mental issues. Like, oh shit, I like the way I feel now, bro, is so amazing. Even though my anxiety is a mess.
Yo, I love your Instagram.
love it.
You film yourself cooking. That shit, I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
That's another thing.
I want to
too.
see somebody cooking, but I want to see Ita cooking.
Yeah. So I love sharing, man. And lately, dude, this is another thing. Sharing lately hasn't been my main focus,
So-
because I stopped sharing to enjoy myself.
Oh, because
to-
it started getting like a job.
Yeah, because it was not like, oh,
It's not
shit.
easy. People
No.
think you just put the camera
Yeah,
there.
no. So I was like,
You
know
gotta
what, just
prep.
go-
You gotta
instead
think of it.
Instead of filming this whole food, I'm just gonna enjoy it and making it for myself, for my family.
Yeah.
But hey, it's cool to share too. I love sometimes when
No, you're
you
right.
get a little bit of
You're right.
but sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not
You're
gonna
balancing your life.
balancing.
And
it.
that's self-awareness. And
That's
you
what I'm
created
doing.
a self-concept. You took yourself away from the craziness. You stopped drinking. So you created a new Ita
Exactly. In a way.
because you were aware of things and you were like, yo, I can't continue to do this. I got to
No.
create a new
A
concept.
new concept, yeah.
So, guys, when you're out there and you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling depression, you're feeling any type of way that you don't feel the same as far as like when you were happy, remove yourself from the
Remove yourself.
situation.
And I tell you a story, which is for anybody that's having these issues. I was in a room, right? And they put us in a room, and it was like a labyrinth, right? Like a labyrinth,
A labyrinth?
a labyrinth, like
Una- ¿Cómo se dice en español?
with ropes. So it's like a rope. You blind it.
And what's we? Who's we?
It was like a tree, it was
treatment.
like a treatment place where we went, and I went, and but it's something that I want to share with people because that whole thing changed my life.
Nice.
And we were in these robes, so we were pulling these robes, trying to find the exit to the lab. Blindfolded. You blindfolded. You only pulling ropes, and you're trying to find the right rope to exit the place. Everybody going fucking nuts. Everybody pissed. Everybody.
Your anxiety kicked in.
My anxiety kicking in. But the only fucking thing that I could think was raising my hand. I raised my hand, man. And when I raised my hand, somebody came and whispered in my ear, "What you need, Ita? What you need?" So I said, "I need help." And he opened my thing and says, "That's your exit."
Oh. Wow. That's powerful.
So
That's
you
powerful.
cannot exit
Without
darkness
asking for help.
without asking for it.
But you were the first only
I
one?
was the first fucking guy that I got out from that labyrinth.
So the anxiety helped you.
And you know how many people I saw into the whole hour in that, bro. There was only 3 guys out of 20 guys
That didn't ask
that
for
didn't
help.
ask for help. Everybody was, fuck this shit. Where's this fucking exit? Everybody going nuts, bro.
You were the first one.
And I was the first one that said, I need help. And right away, they took me out of the labyrinth. Hey, you got out. That's it.
Wow. Do you think the fact that you would always leave parties like unexpected?
This is part of that whole shit.
Yeah, because think about it. You're like,
Okay.
I can't do that here.
Yes, I think what it was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, and I was like desperate for that, and that
Wow, that's a
desperation,
strong message.
and the desperation was the gift,
and when you don't know what to do, you ask for
because
help.
desperation is a gift.
Yeah.
When you desperate,
Oh, yeah.
you
like
like-
they say it. Fear,
man.
desperation, anxiety. All that is a fear-based emotion.
on emotion,
But you could shift
transfer
that.
it.
It's like the law of energy. You can create or destroy it, but
Yeah.
you could redirect it, right?
Yeah.
So if you have all
Right
that
now,
feeling,
mira,
you
ya
shift
me
it.
se me está yendo. You see, he's leaving now,
Yeah, it's
but it's
normal.
because of the whole. It's your mind. Your
I
mind.
thought it was the drink.
no the drink, juice. No, your mind is
Yes,
either a good neighborhood or a bad neighborhood.
man. That's why I love the '80s movies, man. Because I used to watch some things, and in the '80s, you had like strong, independent, courageous heroes, man.
Yeah, bro.
Now, I don't know what you know what I'm
What the
saying.
hell's
Everything
going
is
on, bro?
everything's a little like
The movies are
blurry.
weird.
It's a little blurry. Like,
Yes.
and I say blurry because if you look at a picture, if it's blurry, you can make out whatever you think.
Whatever you think, yeah.
And like you said, the mind's very powerful. So if you think something that's not really there and it's blurry, and then you come up with a concept,
No, the best movie right now is in theater is Super Mario. What the hell? You know, it's like
Super Mario.
that's the only
I haven't seen
movie
that one. It's good?
you will go and see because it will make you smile.
Oh,
The rest of the
Dune is
movies
out
are
right
like-
now.
Dune is great. But this is something else. This is like I saw the first one.
Dune is a lot about the mind, though.
A lot about the mind.
And people don't like watching it. They're like,
and that
"No," I'm like,
opportunity,
"What?"
and that opportunity of wow, where we are, where we're from, bro. Like who we are.
I watch it thinking like, okay, this could be our past.
Past. Like
This
oh,
could
wow.
exactly be our past, and I'm seeing like, because you know how Hollywood,
Where we came from
they
for real.
throw little,
Yeah, snips of who you are.
and you know what? Dame Dash and Dame Dash New Studios, they're gonna produce the Anunnaki movie with Forbidden Knowledge, the Billy Carson. they're gonna produce that.
With the
Billy Carson said
Anunnaki
with,
is another.
with Dane Dashian, they're gonna do that movie, the story of the Anunnaki.
That's insane.
That's insane. For those of you guys that don't know what the Anunnaki are,
That's who we are.
supposedly the ones that did bring the knowledge and created us. Like
Yeah.
there were humanoids on Earth, but they supposedly came and said, "Let there be light,"
Yeah,
and taught us knowledge.
All those knowledge. Yeah.
And then we took it from there. And then if you know human race, we kind of fuck shit up all the time.
We have dementia. That's what I say.
Dementia. We don't know what happened in the past.
We suffer from
But
that. And you,
I think it's
but
kind of
imagine-
good because you
so
can create
just-
anything
But
you
yeah,
want.
just think about sometimes when you lose your keys. That was a minute ago. So how the fuck we gonna remember thousands of years? You see, but
Emotions,
but
feelings,
you know who,
trust.
You know how we could do that by readings, the writings.
Yeah, but
They've been
now
there,
the
bro.
writings are like I always I have a lot of friends that send me quotes of shit, and I'm like, nah, I'm like cool, and then I'm like, who wrote this? So then I go look at the person, and it's like some weirdo guy, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, what else did this guy read? And I look at his bio, and I tell my friends like, yo, man, you understand who this guy is? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you sent me a quote from this guy that's kind of weird, man. Check this out. And then, oh, you're a hater, or oh, you always gotta take it there. Or
No, but
I'm
you're
like,
taking.
I would like for us to have a conversation about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But a lot of people se ponen mal.
Yes,
Like,
because
oh.
people are sensitive. They
I'm
think
like, what
that.
are you fucking mad about? Or what don't you agree? If you don't agree, then tell me. Oh no, I do it. I like it because this. All right, cool. Or I don't care. I just thought it was cool. All right, cool.
Yeah. I think it's just that whole thing that I always think like for example, too right now. You know what I'm watching that I love, bro? The Airbender.
I haven't watched
the
it
series.
yet, but I know the story.
So it's,
I remember my kid used to watch the cartoon.
Cool story.
Shout out Saba. I
Yeah,
used to
it's
watch
such a-
Airbender with him.
Such a cool story, and they did a whole series with movie in Netflix. It's really good.
Yeah, I know. I saw it there. I haven't
Really
watched it
good.
yet because I'm
Watch it.
still.
Kind of gives you a perspective.
I don't have
of
time.
the
I go home. I watch the
elements
Heat play, and then
no, yeah,
because
yeah.
the body, yeah. And at
Certain
this
time.
age, it's not like before, dude.
No, certain time, yeah, you clock to go to sleep. I go to sleep at 10, bro. Like,
I was surprised that you did a late performance the other day. I was like,
bro, yeah, I don't play late anymore. And like I have my small dog right now. You know, he's going through things right now, and we gotta wake up with him in the middle of the night.
how old is your dog?
He's 13. He's the best, man.
Oh.
He's the best. Shout out to Milo. I love you. And we just now that when we wake up at 3 in the morning, it's crazy for me. I'm like, oh, 3 in the morning. It's crazy porque it's not the same that cuando llegamos. We used to get
Yeah,
home
well,
at 3 in the
tell
morning.
him, all right. So you were in high school. You got signed. After you got signed, you started
We started
doing
playing
gigs.
We started gigging everywhere. By the grace of the God and the energy of everybody, bro. We got nominated to a Grammy,
A Latin
a Latin Grammy. That was the
Grammy
first time.
nomination.
That
I
was the
remember
first
that
time.
when you guys were going, you guys
Yeah.
got all dressed up.
That was the first time.
But that was already ahead of the 16-year-olds.
yes.
So you did what, like 4 or 5 years?
4 years gigging straight out. Yeah.
Miami. Everybody.
Miami. Then we started traveling. We found an agency that got us gigs
Out
at
of
universities.
a university out of states.
We started going like 2 years straight out, doing tours in universities.
Yo, so you think without being signed, you would have been able to get all those things? Or no?
No.
At that time.
At that time, no.
That was
So,
what, 2001?
2001. I think that was my exposure, and I'm grateful for that, bro. Like,
Yeah, there wasn't no
There were-
smartphones.
no, we
Was
were
emails?
using emails, MySpace,
What is the la mierda? The flip?
the flip phone.
No, not the flip phone.
No, in flyers. We used to
That
give
you could send
flyers.
text message, but you had a cell phone and then you had
A
a
beeper.
no. That was a pager that you would get a.
Mm.
You remember the one that you had a keyboard? And you could send the text.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The Motorola,
The ones that were huge.
the BlackBerry.
No, BlackBerry came after where they compressed it on. That's what
Oh,
made
that's
BlackBerry.
crazy.
I think it was the Sidekick. I think it was called the Sidekick.
How crazy that BlackBerry had this time, and then
You didn't watch the movie?
no, I haven't watched
The
it.
fucking movie is amazing. It's literally the story of BlackBerry. The guy came up with a concept because you had the Sidekick. You remember it
The
was big,
Sidekick,
blocky,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it would open and you could
The
text.
Psyche, yeah.
Because I remember when my boy DJ Effect, the first one to have it that I saw, Because in hip hop, everybody had to fucking.
Yeah,
Remember, everybody used to show it. Like, yo, put your shirt over it. You don't have to show it. But that's what they did. So then they're like, yo, I can send a text. And I'm like, what the fuck is a text? And then he showed me, bloop, and then they respond. I'm like, yo.
That's crazy.
So you don't have to talk to him or
Not
leave a
anymore.
message? Nah. I was like, yo, that's dope. So it was like email whole thing just in one little pocket. But then BlackBerry, they created it where they put the phone and that together. And they kept the keyboard.
That's crazy.
But then Apple knocked it out the park when
With
they did
that
it
shit.
without a keyboard, just flat screen, and you could do the same things.
Yeah.
And that's when BlackBerry was like, fuck.
Yeah.
They killed it.
That's
the design
crazy.
killed it.
That's crazy. And I think of BlackBerry because in that time when we started touring in colleges, my manager in that time had a BlackBerry. And that's how he communicated with everybody.
I used to love it, man. You
But-
take the little stick.
But
out.
imagine going on the road and no GPS, going on a tour bus and trying to find a
Yeah, but I love
street.
being lost, bro. That's why
Yes.
I used to go places when I partied that I would be gone.
It's so cool to get lost, you know.
But then I would come back and I'll be like, yo. And they're like, dude, whoa. You were blasted. Oh, yeah, I was blasted, bro. Sorry. My
Yeah,
bad.
you didn't.
I went to the unknown and I came back.
You came
I
back.
wish I could remember.
Yeah, no. When you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Man.
You know how many years I probably lost to that? A lot.
That's crazy.
Hours. Several hours of partying that you're just like, what happened?
yeah.
But that's Miami life.
Miami life. Yeah, Miami. We had a good time.
So you toured out of states. You did a lot of
I
shows.
toured out of states. Then there was the time that we had the opportunity to go international.
You went to Colombia,
Europe.
right?
We went to Colombia, but we went also to Europe. We did.
They loved you over there in Colo?
It was great. And Colombia was great. Colombia was awesome. We played Medellin. We played Bogota.
You guys
played
going back soon? Or no?
Barranquilla. We right now, we in the middle of turning our last album with the record label that we had. We already gave them the album. The album is already in process. We've been releasing singles here and there,
Yeah.
but that's the end of
That contract.
that contract. So from that, we're gonna start getting in the studio again
And doing it
and doing
independent?
an album like ourselves
Because the money's live shows now.
Yeah, and we have our fans. You know, we have to do music for them. You know, that's
I love it.
just
I don't know. When you did the show.
as much as we can. We had
Logos
to do,
por Marley.
It was
Vibe.
great.
That was a
I had
vibe.
a great time. Yeah, had a great time.
We were responsible. We had a good time.
Yeah.
No,
That was great. That was a responsible night.
responsible, fun night. It was good. A good vibe. Good turnout. The shit got
Turnout.
packed.
Yeah. That's it. Was
And you're
packed.
doing that now all independent.
We're doing that independent. So every year, like as you know, we've been doing that show. That was 11 years that we do that show, because we started doing that show in the stage. Remember the stage?
The stage.
Yeah, we started doing that show at the
You
stage.
did it in jazz too, no?
We did some in Jazzy is where it was born,
Yes.
because it was
got-
born a night that we jam, and we started jamming Bob's songs. So it was like a jamming of
and
Bob.
everybody loved it. I
And
remember.
everybody
I
loved
remember.
it. So we were like, "Fuck, let's do this."
Guys, to set the mood, Jazz's was a little hole in the wall. What do you call it? That's a bar? That's not a bar.
I think that's it's el
It felt very
Lunar,
jazzy.
El Lunar
vibe.
de Miami. That's
El
that
Lunar de Miami.
because he was a little
I'm talking about as soon as you walk in through the door, you're
in the
wall
music.
to wall mosh pit of people.
Yeah,
And
bro.
you're like, excuse me.
Yeah, you exactly. You gotta play Tetris with your body in there.
Tetris with your body, and wherever you stand, that's where it is.
Exactly.
You're not
It's
moving
standing.
after
You're not
that.
sitting down. First of
You're
all,
not sitting down because there's maybe two or three chairs, and that's it. The stage is pushed, not placed, pushed into a corner,
to a corner.
and you have a drummer, a bass, a saxophone, a singer, and then you have a keyboard. And they're in a maybe what, 5x5 space?
No, it was the smallest thing in the world.
Yo, but it was
But it was amazing. It is one of we had Prince. Prince came and jammed with us one night.
Oh, when?
Like Prince came and jammed.
Prince came and jammed with
Jammed with
Locos
us.
por Juana and Jazzy.
Jazz,
Wow, dude. How was
Yeah.
that?
crazy.
How did you feel at that time? Anxiety?
No, pure anxiety, but good vibes. It was great.
Oh, that was
It was
great.
great,
Oh,
man.
you must have been already a little tipsy,
Yeah, I was
a little happy.
But,
Wow.
But Yeah, to the point, bro. We had so many good things there, bro. Like
I loved it.
that place was great.
So tell us, at that point, you were what, 24, 25 years old?
22, 23.
And
Going
okay,
into
from
that
16 to
whole
22, what was the different mind state? You already had a self awareness in a sense. I'm going to be an artist.
yes.
I got signed. It's official.
It's official.
Concept time.
Concept. Work hard. So now is consistency.
Consistency. So you were
Consistency.
self aware enough to be like, okay,
Yeah. So if you really believe, because this is the whole story, you have to believe in your story. If you don't believe in your story, then you cannot project the story to to other people.
so you foresaw everything. You're like,
Yes.
yo, I'm going to do this.
This
I'm
is
gonna
what
do
I'm
that.
gonna do. This is what I want,
And you felt
and
comfortable.
I fought for it.
You fought through yourself
through
for it
myself.
with anxiety.
You know what I
Holy
noticed
shit.
too? That all these years, I was always focusing in me. I was never was looking at what another band was doing or what kind of style these musicians was
You were
doing.
feeling.
Or let me record a song like this, or let's do something that is basically similar to what is sounding in the radio.
Wow.
We were on our own mind, not
And then
fucking caring nothing but
Mark
doing our
was with
music.
you guys from the beginning.
Yeah,
right?
Mark and I and Javier
Bro, like Mark, Javier, shout out to both. of them.
doing focusing only in that, and that took us to many places because
Shit, it took you all over the world,
and
basically.
I'm telling you, like, for example, now that I'm old, that I grown up and think about things like this, I was like, wow, we were really focused. We were really mentally, we were really in there in the pocket, you know?
I mean, from outside looking in to you guys looked like surfers riding a wave.
Yeah.
But you guys knew how to surf.
We knew how to surf.
You know, a couple wipeouts here and there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you guys are still
doing
the
the
same people, but from then just doing it now with knowledge.
With knowledge. So now is we are doing. It's so amazing because we don't need to rehearse. Our lines are connected.
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
When you link up, it's just to
It's
say
like
what's
from
up.
Avatar shit. Like that shit is like boom, and we playing already. We already know what we're playing.
That's so fresh.
It's crazy because there was a time when we rehearsed so many years to try to get that sound, but now it's like fuck it. We haven't even played for. Hey, let's go rehearse one night. Oh, we couldn't do it because everybody's busy or everybody. Don't worry, we're going to the show and we
Veterans, masters.
We rock it.
That's why when you see those kung fu flicks,
Yeah.
the fucking master at the end comes out with the grayest hair and just all calm and collected. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
I feel the same way in certain aspects when it comes to cutting hair.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can't do. So I don't
No.
get nervous. I don't get anxiety. I don't feel.
No.
If I want to make more money, I just open up more hours. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
blessed in that way. But it took a lot of self-awareness, like self-development.
Of course.
And like I said, a lot of wipeouts. And then you got to regroup, understand what the fuck is going on, and make this shit happen. How? Removing yourself, observing.
Exactly.
So these are just little gems that you could take.
Yes. And
Because I feel it cancels, what is it? Now that they have the people canceling each other, people fucking being the craziest, meanest people I've, bro. Like, sometimes I look at comments and I'm like, what the fuck?
Really bad. Really bad. And the mean, the whole thing is, I cannot imagine the amount of cyberbullying that the kids nowadays they have.
Imagine having social media, everything when we were
No,
18,
we
19.
couldn't survive that. It was crazy. We could have fucked.
We could have survived that?
Oh, we would have fucked somebody up, and that's the whole story up that we don't.
That's what I tell my daughter, man. Shout out to Sophia. I'm like, yo, if you don't understand, because she thinks she knows, but I'm like,
no, bro. Like in that time,
you don't understand.
That time we couldn't. That's what I'm saying. That time is so important. Everything is set up.
Yeah, it's the one thing you can't
do, because it's good that we were introduced to that in these times for us to be able to observe and be like, oh shit, fuck. Because, like you say, in that time, it would be something else.
Yeah, but the thing is, we speak of the time in our like what we remember. But what you have to keep in mind is that there's also other people living amongst us having totally different experiences than we had.
Totally, yeah.
So in their realm, it might be
Different.
different,
It would be maybe helpful.
helpful. So that's what I'm trying to do now,
Yeah.
you know, because back in the
And that's
days,
perfectly what you said, because it is given the balance of that. Not everybody was feeling the same energy.
no, there was people that were loving the 90s,
Like
hanging
some
out,
people love
watching
the
Miami
pandemic.
Vice
Yeah, exactly.
instead of Netflix. You know, they stay home.
Stay home.
We
yeah.
didn't have that. We were out and about. We were growing as the city was growing.
Yeah.
We were part of that whole wave of music vibe,
Yeah.
which I fucking loved. It was great. Now it's hopefully we could bring that back, bro.
Hopefully, yeah. It's a whole.
But you guys
I'm
now are gonna be
waiting.
performing more and more, right?
Yeah.
Locos por Juana, that shit was
we-
amazing.
We're gonna be back with more vibes and trying to create those little outlets that
The full band. You're
the
gonna
full
get
band,
back together, drummers,
yeah,
bass.
everybody just rocking
Wow.
out. But yeah, working in new stuff, bro. Like keep creating. I want to work in my solo thing too, because I want to do. I've been wanting to do my own thing for a while.
Yeah, but you did a couple projects.
Couple
like
things,
that.
yeah. But I want to put out something and just for my sanity and my
You want to let everything out.
exactly.
So, okay, talk about that self-awareness. When you write the music, how do you go about gathering the feelings to do like a track?
well, a track most of the time, bro. Like for me, I let the music takes me.
Do you get anxiety when you're in there?
I get it, but I love that shit. That's a different anxiety.
So
I
you're
love
like
it
the
because-
drunken master.
Yeah,
They,
'cause-
they have to. They once they use that.
Yes, because that anxiety to me, it helps me to my mind.
So you think that's how you get that? That
You could do many other things, or you could come out with some lines that you like. Wow, shit.
Oh my god!
But
Cool.
because yes, you applied that to that, and it all depends. Like if I'm writing by myself, right away I think right out of the bat, like what I'm gonna write about. Okay, I'm gonna write about this,
You don't let the beat. tell you?
and then I think about what I want to write, but I let the beat takes me.
How you want to say it?
Yeah, so I just
Harmony.
start doing it.
Humming, making.
I just start singing, maybe humming things, or maybe the words come out right away. And then the whole trick for me is just
you ever had a
capturing.
Biggie moment
Yeah, it's,
when you went up there and that?
yeah, that happens many times. So I
Shit.
just have to capture it. The whole key of it is capturing that, because that's like
So check
capturing.
this out. If
that's
the
like
world,
Ghostbusters.
yeah, that's a Ghostbuster vibration
Yeah,
energy vortex thing.
You gotta
You
capture.
think you connect and capture to a certain vibration and
Uh-huh.
then you let it out?
Yeah.
Again, that word
Yeah.
vibration.
Bro.
It's real.
Yeah. No, super real.
It is super real
It is
vibration.
super real.
And that leads to intuition. Like
Yeah. it
you
is
feel
super real.
something, understand what you feel. If you don't,
Yeah.
raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
I need help. I don't understand
Yes.
why I'm feeling this shit.
What's going on? You know.
Or help others when you feel for them.
Exactly.
The problem with me, man, is that I'm very, me. I tell yo digo lo que es.
No, yeah, but
And
that's
people
what it
sometimes
is.
are like, what the? And it takes time for them to realize or understand what it is exactly I was trying to say. Because I might have said it too direct. Or I forgot what my girl says. You're too blunt or something like that. Brazen. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Because the way you say things, you're too brazen. I'm like, brazen? What the hell does that mean? In the sense of like, that's not, to me, brazen is like too forward, like, ah. And what I just said was the truth.
Yeah. Bueno, como no, sin pelo en la lengua, but that's good. You know, at the end, you know, sincere is the best, bro. You gotta be, yeah, it's something to admire. I mean, it's a.
I feel,
gift,
I'd
too.
rather you tell me something
gift.
that I don't like, but it's the truth, than tell me like a sugar-coated version of the truth.
Yeah,
just
no,
so
it's so
and
nice.
I might misinterpret
Claro,
what you're
porque
saying.
Como que te dicen que te quedaron muy bien los frijoles, pero they're not good. Entonces,
Yeah, I'm the type of person. I'm like, damn,
Why don't
okay,
you tell
order a
me?
pizza right now because I can't
Yeah,
eat this. And then they'll
exactly.
be like, what? And I'll be like, I can't eat this.
You can
And
eat
why? I think it's a little too salty or whatever.
yeah, but then you see, it's better to say that.
I think If
I
there was a
think
world like that, there might be a lot of altercations in the world, but you weed out the weak parts and the strong parts, and you just come up with a better way to communicate.
but it'll be weird. Es que también is not necessarily the way that, like you say, like, oh, no quiero comer esto. It's just the way you say it too. I mean,
Yeah, the
the
vibration.
vibration you send
Yes.
towards that disposition is just like, wow. Like, yo estaba con un amigo mío japonés. He's from Japan, Naoto.
Mm-hmm.
And I started asking him about Japanese and
Culture.
In the
I
sound.
love their culture.
The sound.
I love the samurai culture.
He told me Chinese and Japanese, they don't have vowels. It's sounds. Their language is based on sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So he started telling me they have like probably 6, 7 words that are the same.
But how they
it's
say
the way
it.
you say it. It's the way you say it is that the word will become what it is. So
that relates to music.
That comes to the same story that we're talking about. It doesn't matter if you're sincere. It's just the way how the sincerity will not affect someone.
The way, yeah,
the
you
way
could say it nicely, but
it's not nicely. It's just saying it como es,
Like, your beans taste kind of bad. I just know that I don't want to eat anymore.
No, hey, I don't really want to eat your beans. I didn't like them.
Or you could
but
faint,
thank you.
Or you could faint, like.
Or you could just pass out on the floor.
No, man. But I mean, I'm a believer of you speak the truth, you live righteous, you're good.
Yeah.
If you deliver it wrong, somebody gets offended, then you say you're sorry. And if they don't take your apologies, then keep moving, man. Keep it stepping in the sense of like, I don't got time for that shit.
No, you can.
We don't, man. Because back in the days, like you said, you pull a ninja move, pew, and just disappear.
Yeah.
Now you can't because the whole social media shit.
No, ninja. They see you when you pull a ninja. They take a picture of you when you pull a ninja.
So when you pretty much are established artist. You got through your anxieties. The band now they fulfilled their contract, which was a crazy contract, by the way.
Crazy, yeah.
But you got it done, and you got it done with a lot of fight.
A lot of struggle.
And now it's like, okay, we're free.
We're free.
We get to do whatever we want in a time where independent artists are making bread performing.
Exactly.
Because I don't understand how do you make money off of streaming?
No. There's no.
I try to understand
it. This streaming is.
I ask every artist. They're like, they tell me what it is.
No, they don't work.
But then I'm like, how do you know this is right though? Because
no, it's not right.
Unless you're a mathematician, tech.
Somebody's getting paid from what you do. That's just the truth.
A lot of people are getting paid. The people that are not getting paid are the artists. They're getting paid.
The artists, we don't get paid.
But when you perform, when you throw your own events,
that's when we get paid.
So you developed that awareness of self. You did the self-concept thing, and then
it's cool what you say because it took us the years that we are to get what we get now.
Yeah.
So we getting paid good.
But you had to go through all that.
Go through that.
It's like that Shawshank Redemption. When he gets out of the prison, you have to go through 700 yards of.
Yeah, you gotta go through shit to get that shit, and it's okay. It's okay. That's part of what we say.
You had to go through your things. The band, I'm sure, went through a couple of things, but the music was always there.
Music was always.
You guys kept it thorough, and you guys, what's next though?
Bro, what's next is, like I said, we got new music coming out, new shows coming out. There's a lot of good projects that I'm getting involved with the community. I love always being part of the community, but in many levels. Not quote unquote that community that we think. It's the community of helping others.
Yeah, like you go like when you needed help and they helped you out.
Yeah, like for example, we working a lot with a couple homeless shelters and shit to bring some food and bring stuff. But we also working with the WOW Center. That is a center of kids.
Oh, wow.
With Down syndrome and with.
And you teach them how to play the instruments.
So we give music therapy through
vibrations.
So we go back to what we're talking about, giving this. I noticed one day giving therapy to this patient of Alzheimer's. I brought
older character.
I brought him back to his life.
talking to him or
Like
teaching him how
I
to
started
play?
playing a song, and he started singing the song, and he started to remember his family, and his daughter was there, and he remembered her, and that didn't happen for a long time because of the song.
What song was it?
Was the Buena Vista? "A Rosero voy para Miami, en Juan
Dun, dun, dun,
Pablo
dun,
para
dun. That's
Miami."
the jam.
So we
That's like
played,
when they play that jam in the party, you're like, yo.
yeah, we played that song, and he started singing it, and then he remembered his. So the vibration of music goes beyond the things.
Yeah, man. I always tell people, people think we're apart, like
It goes.
spiritually or emotionally or physically. And I'm like,
It
no,
goes.
we're connected at all forms, all
All
times,
forms.
anywhere.
All forms.
People, oh, damn, I was just thinking of you and you
And
called me. Yeah, that's why I called you because something told me to call you
yeah,
or something popped up or it's all like a web. And that's why each one teach one, live, love, laugh, and don't worry.
don't worry, yeah.
And use your experiences your benefit like
Your
you did.
benefit, yeah.
So you're benefiting now, man. You're eating healthy,
Eating
not
healthy,
drinking.
not
I
drinking.
brought you some Alpha Brain so you could
Oh, nice.
start taking those.
What's this?
Bro, that helps you
Memory and focus.
cognitive and memory and
This
focus.
is awesome.
I've been using it
Yeah.
and it's not like you're not gonna be a genius.
No, but it constantly.
But you know how if you drink a coffee you get a little bit of energy?
That's
This does the same to the mind.
oh, this is cool.
That's
Thank
the
you,
best way
bro.
I could put it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Like I was telling Roger earlier, the guy that has the studio, I was telling him, yo, I've learned that when you bring something to someone without even them wanting something, it activates a whole different vibration.
Oh my God, yeah.
So then I started looking into it, and then of course, you start Native Americans and how they used to do the trading, and it was a sign
Yeah,
of
bro.
respect, and everything was like, oh, that makes sense, bro. That's why they had the 1,000-year peace. Inca, Aztec, Mayan, none of them had beef. They were chilling.
Bro, exactly. Imagine our ancestors.
Yes, I
They
imagine them all the
stopped
time.
that. They were like, why?
They
we gonna
lived off the
fight, bro?
land. They did a lot of ayahuasca and spiritual searching, and they found a harmony with nature, and they lived amazing
Yeah.
for thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
And then the greed, capitalist system came, and I mean, I understand it. That's the part that I frustrates me. I understand why
Because that came to
they
be
wanted that
yeah,
because to them it's like this is luxury. This is the next step. This is another world, and it's like if it ain't broke, why you fix it, man? Like everybody's living in harmony, everybody's spirit. Of course, you have your little tribes that you have your beef,
yeah.
but that's part of being a human. You got to deal with the adversity and
Yeah.
come out of that. But nowadays, I don't know, man. It's looking very scary.
Yeah, I see it the way you see it. I see it really foggy. I see it like when you drive at 6 in the morning and you still driving, but you're like, fuck, man. Like
You're like, am I there yet, or anything
Yeah.
can happen? I'm falling asleep.
Yeah,
If I
exactly.
fall asleep, it's
if
gonna
I
crash.
fall asleep or if I look around somewhere else, somebody's
That's-
gonna fucking hit me or something.
That is
But
a self awareness.
that's super self awareness, and I think that's
People don't
what's
have that
happening.
because they're like this, bro.
no, bro.
Or
once
they're
them
like this,
people
looking up at a God. I'm like, yo, why are you looking up? Like, look within,
look with them.
and then you'll find.
Look with them because there's always it's true. It's always or either want to pray to God when they're like in a big situation.
And when something good happens, they say thank you, God, but they don't really pray.
They don't really pray. So it's like a whole thing, like from the beginning, from that whole cuando se crea el pensamiento.
Yeah,
That's when
manifestation,
that's when it comes.
self-concept,
alive.
self-awareness, projecting yourself
Yeah,
in a way that you could help others just by the presence. That's what I keep saying. You give something to someone, man. A lot of people don't like to give. Like I don't get it. Like it's weird
it's
to me. Man.
it's so important to give because
I just-
it helps you too.
It could be
like,
anything. It's just, bro, like
How the most important thing of a gift is share it.
yes.
If you get a gift, if you get something that it was given to you, the best thing you could do with that it was given to you,
Just give it to
is
someone
give it
else.
to someone else.
Transfer the energy.
And then if you continue that recycling is the way the world should be riding.
Did you think like this when you were younger?
I
Or you
was
felt it.
I felt the way the way I am. I always was, and I felt that. But obviously, all these that I've been going through my life
Yeah.
has been helping me, and doing couple ceremonies too helped me too. Like doing natural medicine ceremonies help
Oh
me
yeah,
too.
when they do
Connecting, yeah,
the
you know,
Reiki and all that stuff.
Reiki and connecting with my inner self, bro. Like it was really, really, really cool because I started seeing things that I didn't know, and
Yeah.
that maybe I knew, but I didn't feel
Identify it.
exactly.
So you started identifying more
So
things.
now I'm like, oh
So
fuck,
self-awareness started getting stronger. Your concept was strong because you already
Yeah.
knew I'm an artist. I'm Colombian.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm doing
imagine
that.
to the point that I used to suffer from kidney stones.
Oh wow.
And it was something all my life that I used to suffer from this, and I really went deep in my mind, and I really felt that I went in my DNA, bro, and I fixed that problem. And to be honest with you,
What
bro,
were you? What meditational mode were you on?
I was doing like there was like a little mushroom like
So
ceremony,
herbal mushroom.
herbal
I was
ceremony,
there last week at Lupe Fiasco.
and I did it, and I felt, bro, like I went and fixed it. And let me tell you, it's been 2 years, bro, no kidney stones, bro.
Wow.
And obviously, once again, it's like right now. Look, we started the show all traveling, and now I'm like the most comfortable guy in the world because it's
That's
just
how
part
life
of
is, man.
it's
It's just
part. That's just that
and knowing
adjustment.
yourself.
Yeah,
It's just the mind is so
Mind,
powerful, man. I love it. That's why I called it knowledge of self because I'm like, dude, how can I help people?
how can you help it so much?
I'm a barber. I'm trying to help people. I help them. They help their people. I'm like, yo, but I only have so many time of the day. Then I'm like, oh, what if I do a podcast?
That's about us.
And then I can help people understand situations with themselves or with others if they see the podcast
The podcast.
or watch the podcast. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do this, man. And then I believe it's something that will help. And everything has been laid out perfectly ever since I decided to do it.
To do it. No, and you're gonna go. This is gonna be huge.
Nah, I don't even
Because-
know. I'm
because-
scared of that.
No, but you can because the natural way
Because
is
of what we talked about earlier, the
You-
little
once
greed
again.
cloud
going
starts.
No, but we're going back again to the point of it's a gift.
Yes,
that you have.
knowledge of self.
You gotta pass it around, and the way you passing it around is by dribbling right here and with this, we giving it to the ones that see it.
I
It's-
hope everybody sees it, man. I mean,
and bro, let me tell
see how it
you,
goes.
you only need one person to see it.
Correct. I got one. I got a comment from a person
You
that
only need 1-2 people.
that
to
was
see it
amazing, man. It was a comment
because
that
that's all it is. It's like
uplifted the spirits. It uplifted the energy in me, and then I was
Yeah.
like, all right, bet.
that's
I got one. I'm for sure got two, but he was just the only one that wrote. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing this.
but wait until it because it's that's all you need. That's all you need because at the end, that comes again to with the story when we were talking about our locals.
Yeah.
I never did music, never until this point. Until this point, I have done music to become famous or to be famous or to.
Yeah, you always did music just
I always
to be,
did music because I love to do music.
it makes
I
you feel
enjoy to do music.
complete.
And because of that, there's people that love the music that I do, and I pass to them what I can do.
Okay, so on that note, like if you could talk to yourself right now, El Pelao, 16 years old,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to that? Itawe, 16 years old.
Yo de 16 años me diría, if I can go and tell myself something, I would say that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay, and do not think it too much. Just
Overthinking it.
don't overthink it too much. Just
Allow
yourself
yourself and the creator to work.
to connect. Yeah.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I ask all the artists and guests are, in life, do you think it's more important, or which one do you prefer, to be loved or feared?
I prefer to be loved.
Loved.
Yeah, yeah.
100% love.
Love. Because fear, the way I see fear is the same way I see anxiety.
Wow.
It's the same way I see depression. It's the same way I see.
You see it as a weakness, huh?
So fear for
But I
me.
think anxiety is like your superpower.
So fear. If we like, what is the biggest fear that every human has? Is death, right?
Because they don't know what's going to turn about.
So the whole story of death is because we don't know
What it is, you fear it.
So that's exactly our life. If we don't know it, we fear it. But we should get to know it. We should start to be more open, embracing
about it. Yeah, people don't like talking about it.
And that's what I'm doing with my anxiety. I'm embracing my
like I
anxiety.
said, it's your superpower.
Instead of oh, I gotta go find a doctor. I gotta find these pills that make me numb, I'm embracing. If I go to a place and you see me like this, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I'm having an anxiety vibes, and you're gonna have to deal with the anxiety with me because that's who I am.
Of course.
But then
it flows. And you start feeling, because the mind gets
so the other person
occupied.
The other person is like,
thinking
fuck,
so much.
that's crazy. That's awesome, papa. And it goes, it becomes like
a personality trait.
Exactly.
But like I said, I think it's a superpower in your.
I think
because
so
you
too.
say you have it when you write, you say it when you record, and you really have it when you perform.
I think you just.
And I've seen you take it to another level. Like I've seen thousands of people vibing and dancing and enjoying, and at the end, everybody's like, "Yo, locos." I'm like, "Yo,
man,
that's dope."
But I think it's just what you say, and that's new to me, and I didn't saw it like that until today. Now that you're telling me that, I'm gonna obviously see it like that. But yeah,
it's
my
great,
my freaking superpower is my anxiety, bro. It's like it's my defense mechanism. You know, people tell me. My mom tell me the other day, "Mijo, you don't look your age." So my dad answers, "Oh yes, because this guy sweats like crazy." He doesn't, you know.
Yo, I love Colombian
So
humor,
my dad is like, yeah, this guy sweat like crazy. How he's not gonna be, he's always moisture.
Yeah, of course he's gonna be cut up.
But he's saying something like that, and I'm thinking like, look, even my sweat is a fucking gift because it's true. I don't look my age.
I mean, every being has its own personality, its own creation.
You go to Walgreens or you go to any supermarket or anything, and people are buying wet masks to hydrate their face, and I have it. It's free, so it's like
there you go. Knowledge of self. If you got some way to go around anything that's difficult in your life, find it. Find a way. Find a way to be the best person you could be. Live righteous. Be yourself.
Yeah, man. That's the best thing. Like, live righteous.
Live righteous, man.
Do the good.
Live,
things.
love, and laugh.
Exactly, man.
And Ita, man, I appreciate you coming out here,
bro,
man. I appreciate, bro. This is awesome. It's a big deal for me.
It's awesome, bro. I like it. This is gonna be a good one. People are gonna.
I hope so, man. And we did it together.
Yeah, bro.
My brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. So we'll get Ita in here another time, and he'll tell us, tell everybody when exactly they could find you, where, what concerts coming up, anything.
Concerts. But Locos, just follow Locos por Juana at Instagram. Also me, Itawe Correa, Itawe by itself. But we always posting stuff there. We always let people know where we going and what we're gonna do. And yeah, man, just follow me there, bro. Inspiration and follow my boys, the best right now.
Thank you.
It's gonna be amazing, bro.
Logos por Juana, watch them. Look out for them. Itawe, thank you again.
Yeah, man.
Thanks to Roger and Creative Currency for this beautiful setup.
Creative Currency, yes,
and
sir.
We're gonna definitely keep it going, man. At least 2 a month. So subscribe, do all that cool stuff, so we could keep creating more and spreading the love.
Keep moving.
Remember, love, live, laugh. Peace.